Hello? Hello, is this thing on? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Alright, good. Things seem to be working. Welcome to my, tiny stream. Yes.
And a peanut.
Yeah, let's see. So there's an 049, 106, a 173, 079, and a 939. Great.
No!
Cherry's about
If you
to die.
only
I'm
were
not even flashlight. I have to get a better microphone, which I will around Christmas.
Oh, hi, Sleeper. Hello.
Nothing wrong with that.
How are you, friend? Welcome to the tiny stream. Oh.
No! Oh, what the fuck?
He's hanging on the wall.
Are they making fun of my body?
I'm gonna take a tranquilizer. Would it be fine if I tranked you right now?
Wait, open the.
Yeah, you are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Dad. Alright.
No,
If that'll
I'm
make
sorry.
you happy, then
No,
that'll make you happy. Then
sorry, I'm
do it.
sorry.
You don't understand it. You
No.
don't understand
No.
Oh, this is great.
No. Ooh.
Shit, how the fuck did? Oh.
Oh, dog is here.
What the fuck? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What
Oh my gosh, Jerry. You know what?
Nah, I'm messing with you.
My day has been good. How has yours been? It's been okay. I had to do a bunch of schoolwork, which I absolutely hate. Because, well, it's school. But otherwise, it's been perfectly fine.
Oh,
He's stuck in the wall.
I'm out from the pocket dimension.
Let's see. Oh, great.
So lucky.
Danger. Light containment zone. Contamination process. T minus
What?
10
This is
minutes.
exciting. We all spawned in the same area, and 3 of us died to Peanut.
Oh, what's Dark Shadow doing?
Hello?
Hi.
I am your
Dark.
subconscious. Yeah,
Oh.
I kinda died.
You kinda
Kinda.
died? Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
I'm still really upset that you escaped 3 times from me. I don't know how the fuck
I
you
didn't
did.
see me
But
escape. 106 is pocket
Uh-oh.
dimension right now.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, there's 2.
Nothing.
I bet. I'll be right back. I'll be back.
Okay.
And that to spy on us.
Not a trank, no.
Yeah, you wanna prank me, huh?
Yeah.
Fun.
What? I wasn't trying to trank you, boy. I was trying to
Bruh.
trank this guy. This.
Whoa. You can't hit what you can't see.
Whoa.
Let's go. You wanna check me?
Don't.
No, I wasn't trying to trank you.
Oh no.
No, I don't.
Poor Cherry.
Salad. No. Oh, shit.
Woo!
I'm not.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I don't follow orders.
How could you?
Screw them, I don't follow orders.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna just.
Screw orders. Hey! Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Excuse me, can I kill him quickly? Just let me kill him quickly. Hey, you're not supposed to... You know what? I've come into contact with 106. Where did he? Oh, he went into your... Oh, welcome. Hello. Oh! Oh! Okay. No! 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 Take me, Larry! Take me! Dang it! What happened?
Wasn't moving and he saw me.
Don't tell me.
Oh, I can't. Good timing, game. I really appreciate it.
The computer wasn't doing nothing.
Well,
No, I just
He's
heard
gonna
him.
fuck with me.
fun.
He was playing computer. That's why I haven't heard from him.
Perfect. 99 flavors. Pure vanilla.
I don't know what's going on, but okay.
Bruh. Hey, guess what? Guess what?
Light containment zone overall.
I've got a bunch of buttons on my side panel.
Alright, let's see your blind luck. Proceed again.
I've got a bunch of buttons. I might press
I'm
one.
not a salad. I am not a salad.
Guys,
Bowl o' lettuce. What is your wise advice?
No, no, I'm not a salad.
doesn't even say like your
Bowl
salad,
of
say
lettuce.
salad.
What is your wise words?
I'm not a salad. No, I'm not. I'm not a salad.
You
Not
nerd.
a salad.
Can I just get some wise words from the bowl of lettuce?
Yes.
Alright, good.
All great leaders, all good like figures that have benefited the people have stood on the shoulders of the many. That's where their power came from.
I wanna be tutorly.
Salad. Where's the salad?
I'm not a salad.
His mother's a cabbage.
My mother is a salad, okay, and my father was a salad.
Oh, that means you're salad then. Thanks for proving
No, it
me
doesn't.
wrong.
No, it doesn't.
We win.
No,
we
it
win.
doesn't. I was
Clearly, somebody hasn't gone into genetics.
We win.
Lettuce is good, yes.
No.
In a bowl.
If you don't know the joke,
Hey,
Edgelord here is a salad. But if you call him a bowl of lettuce, he approves.
See, wait,
I
oh,
will
you
be
found
90%
out.
water. Uh-oh.
What?
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Hey! Oh, I've got a rocket launcher! I've got a rocket launcher!
Where's the murder? I want to murder someone. I need a kidney.
Hey, I've got a rocket launcher!
Trusting you, man. Like you might have my skills.
I got a rocket launcher. Yeah! Fudge!
I hate you guys.
I've already blown myself up. I got a rocket launcher. I immediately blew myself up.
See, I trapped Cobalt in that room, thinking that there was no 079.
Well then. Just know, if I'm in this server, and I get a rocket launcher, I'm not going to last a minute. Like, it is literally impossible for me to last a minute with a rocket launcher. Oh, it's fun. Yep, dead again. I got a rocket launcher. Best believe it ain't gonna last. What's duplexity do? Oh no. Light containment zone or decontamination T-1 minute. Ooh, spooky. I want a rocket launcher again! If I have a rocket launcher, don't expect it to last. Ever. That is the truth. And boy oh boy, if I'm a spy with a rocket launcher, who's ready for a kamikaze? Yes, it's perfect. Alright, escaping. I want my rocket launcher. I want that rocket launcher.
Oh.
Rip.
Oh no. Is Larry stuck? Do you play Smash Ultimate? No. Welp. But yeah, no, I do not. I do not play Smash.
Oh crap. It literally
I've never
over the
played one of
edge.
the Smash games.
It spawned me to where I had to fall to death. Not even kidding.
Oh, that's a great job, man.
That's broken.
Nope.
That needs fixed. That's like.
What room were you in?
I spawned in the heavy armory over the edge, down below, so there was no way to get out of it.
Were you came from a Valerius thing or something? Or,
Wait, why is
Yeah,
there
I was
106
Larry,
again?
no, all I did was I walked out of the pod dimension and it teleported me below in the heavy containment place where you just instantly
That's
die.
dumb.
Oh no.
It is. There was no way to avoid
Oh
it either.
no.
No matter what.
Or review and just say, hey, this is a good thing.
Hey, I need my rocket launcher. Give me my rocket launcher. Dang it.
I'm not a salad. Shut up.
Watch me go for flames.
Shut up. Who can shut up?
Is YouTube not working with the streaming? Alright, Mixer is broken.
Before you left, man, I got to give you this information that may help
Alright, Mixer is broken, but everything else seems to be good. Alright, sweet. I need my rocket launcher. If I get a rocket launcher, you know exactly what's going to happen. Chaos. I need that rocket launcher. Where are the rocket launchers?
What about the rocket launcher?
I want my rocket launcher.
I don't think you can get there until unless it's off chaos or something, man.
I know. I still want my rocket launcher. I don't last a minute.
Oh, that's cool.
So, who do you want to go kill some D-class?
Well, I mean, you're the only one in charge of that. So, if you want to kill them, have fun.
All right, I will. Ah. Oi, D-boy. Oi, hey, hey. You wait right there. You stay right there. If you answer this question correctly, you get to live.
Okay.
What's the square root of 36?
36, that's 6.
Good job, you get to live. Square root of 144.
12.
Alright, you both get to live. Good job. Yeah, I know.
Loki, you could ask me, like...
I know. I'll make them harder on the next people.
You could have asked me what was the cube... What was,
Okay.
No. He knows we're here.
You know what? I think we should get out of here first.
Yeah, the exit's here.
The exit's over here. I've got a card. Wait, you took the card, didn't you? Oh, of course. Yep. All right. Well. It's probably deadlier to come up, worse to come up here. I've got a feeling there's a Larry. I'm going this way. Hi, Larry. How are ya? You having a good day? That's good to hear. Oh, you murdered everybody. What a good boy. Look at you murdering everything in your path. Oh, okay, so you found dog. Hey, Larry, how are you? Aw, you got me this time. I am the man of the Shadow Realm. I don't know what to do with my life, so I just sit here all day. I don't know what to do. I could just sit in here all day. Or I could go do something with my life. I like the first option. As well. Oh, you can't be serious. Oh! Mayday, mayday, I am requesting help in entrance zone. Nobody's on the radio. That's great. That's absolutely great. Yes, hello, how are you? Oh, great, the nut as well. I'm safe! I'm saved! Yes! Help. Somebody. 4? Okay, so you've got a Larry, you got a doggo. There's a computer, isn't there? That's the fourth one, of course. Help! Help me, please. Somebody. Somebody, please. I escaped Larry twice. Help.
I didn't mean it.
Oh, you can't be serious. Not today, Larry. Oh, there's a nut behind you. No, I've escaped from you twice now. Screw off. Screw off. What did I tell you? Screw off. Please. Larry, you can take me. Larry. Larry, I'm behind you. Larry. Dang it. What the heck? Just happened there. I don't know. I did say that tiny stream were going to be less energetic. I guess this is partially the case. Hello? Hello? I am in a void of nothingness. Somebody help me. There's nobody to help me. Great. Let's try that again. Okay. Guess I'm joining number 2. Because why not? Oh. Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Take his grenade as well.
Way too.
I'm gonna suicide bomb.
F.
Wow. I don't know what I'm doing, so yeah. Oh gosh. The SCPs are multiplying. That's horrifying. But awesome.
Yeah, you still do damage to SCPs. You can only heal people that are D-boys or chaos.
Cool.
No one else. So on my dead body, exit.
That motherfucker distracted us.
Crazy caboose.
That motherfucker distracted us. Had he not distracted us, we could have lived.
No, I heard the footprints and I was just like, is that D-boy or something? Because I saw a D-boy.
Oh, that was great. It's just like, I don't see any other SCPs. This guy looks like he's AFK. I'm gonna open the door. Okay. Bad idea.
Okay, who had the goddamn grenade launcher? You scared the living shit out of me.
Does somebody have the rocket launcher?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
Yeah, I gibbetooted.
Dude, he the thing is that you distracted me. You distracted both of us by scaring the shit out of us. And then the guy with the rocket launcher arrived and blew us up.
They are my first target when I spawn in. I will get the...
Oh my god, my body's outside the facility. You can see it just chilling there.
Oh?
Wait, are they gonna do our strat? No, they have a job to do. We quit our job. They have a job. Hey, get your ass out there. You guys have a job to do.
What if they also want to quit?
They're chaos. They can't quit. That is their job. They need money. We don't need money.
The Chaos Insurgency doesn't get paid.
You do realize that Chaos Insurgency is a branch off of the SCP Foundation, right?
Once was, yes.
No, they're not.
Oh, I don't
No,
want that.
Chaos
come on, I
Insurgency
died.
is literally a branch off of
They
the
were at
SCP
one point, but they went rogue.
The Chaos Insurgency was made of former members who were not elite soldiers, but they went rogue.
You just started a very large argument, friend.
Yeah,
Just Google it. There are some people well versed in the lore of the SCP Foundation, and you just angered all of them.
What the hell are you on about?
Hey, let me in. I'm a case boy.
No, fuck you. Go away. I don't care.
Wow. How nice.
What other Joey?
Danger. Light containment zone overall decontamination in T-minus 5 minutes.
Knock, it's got the chaos.
The Chaos Insurgency was once a one of the MTF branches off of the
Can we nuke the place?
SCP Foundation.
I like how Chaos is doing
They-
the MTF job. They're all hiding in the fucking nuke room.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've all quit.
There's no one else. Everyone else is up here. That literally
They don't get paid. Why would they want to work?
For the greater good of humanity.
I still have my quarter as a D1.
The highest bidder.
Because they wanted that.
Humanity, what a bullshit answer.
One
No,
person
no,
left.
I'm sleep deprived and my mind isn't working right.
It's for the highest bidder. Oh, this
Game over in like 2 seconds. You can't. You've got to be kidding me. I'm getting that rocket launcher.
Well, we know, guys, we know who's in the nuke room.
I am getting that rocket launcher.
I'm with the nuke.
Grenade! There's a grenade! Be careful! Ouch.
Nice try.
Anybody with a grenade chuck in there? Anybody with a grenade chuck in that room?
Do one of you have a rocket launcher by any chance?
We're blue boys. Thank you for saving us.
We don't believe you. We saw you all hiding in there. I don't blame you. I also want to quit.
Either way, I will.
I need that rocket launcher.
Fletcher's poopy.
We're scavengers.
Yep.
Dude, that's
And then
pretty
let's go
stinky.
downstairs and kill the fucking SCPs.
Imagine getting killed as a Chaos Insurgency right in SCP.
Alright, hold on.
Suck ass.
Who's the commander? Cadet.
Imagine
Dad,
getting
man,
killed
look
as a
it down.
chaos by a doctor.
Oh, okay,
They become a stupid zombie that just suicides.
That's all
He would really
I
be
wanted
in
to be.
I know,
The
same.
commander
That's
is
what
dead.
That's what I strive to be.
Wow.
I wonder how many I killed with a grenade.
One.
Lieutenant. I
Oh,
have
okay.
more control.
What,
He
is that the
killed
commander?
She was two.
I'm a lieutenant, dumbass.
On my
Yo.
screen, you're dead.
Cadet? That's a cadet. We are a lieutenant.
You're a cadet. You're a cadet of Cuban 7.
That is a dead guy.
Okay, I've got to see. How long has he been playing this game?
Alright.
I can't see. Great.
SCP content. Fire. Fire.
These guys are easy though.
Fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back.
Yeah, boy.
Go, go,
Everyone
go.
get in, everyone get
I don't like Golden
Oh,
Dragon.
Dr. K doesn't know he can open the gate.
Oh, what was that? What was that?
He just figured out that he can actually get over there.
Oh,
Telling him how to work
the
computer.
Blitzy Bee. Thank you for the host with 5 viewers. Oh, jeez. Thank you, friend.
Wait, he didn't know about.
You actually caught me on one of my tiny streams,
that breaks my
where
heart.
I basically just stream on the weekdays for like
Where you pull up
15
and
minutes to
quickly
an
wipe out.
hour. You're welcome. Yeah, it's actually much appreciated. I'm very rarely rated, but that don't matter to me much.
Oh, I don't think he.
Yeah, I hope he.
I think he figured it out.
Oh,
I think he's
what's
just
that?
hardwired
What's
to do
that? Oh, the Blitzy Bee. Thank you for the follow as well.
He got it. Oh, he got it.
Yeah. Wow.
Dude, he has to stop
I don't know what else to say right now. Thank you.
Let's go.
Usually,
I wonder if he knew this about
problem. Yeah. You know, whenever something like this happens, I usually yeah, SCP, yeah. It's a super fun game. How many hours do you have on it, though? Because, if I remember, like 21 or 22, I believe I've got around 274, maybe 276. It's one of those two numbers. And I can tell you this. No matter how many hours you have on this game, you will never
Head for the nuke.
be a pro at it. That's a lot. No, it's not. Honestly, no matter what, it's never enough. Never.
Get the nuke then.
If you want to go around, if people go around saying that they're a pro at this game, it's a lie. Nobody's a pro at it. Even if they've got 10,000 hours, they're still not a pro.
Cadet, go down.
I just enjoy the spooks the game brings along. Yeah. I mean, let's see. I can't recall how many times I've just been walking around light looking for a key card, and all of a sudden there's a nut one way, there's a doggo the other way, and then there's a shy guy another way, and then there's the computer up top watching me. And well, you can probably guess what happens next. All doors locked. I'm screwed. T-minus 60 seconds. All right. Oh, Donuts 50. Hi, hello, friend. How are you?
He's gonna blow up with us.
Oh God!
Oh, jeez, that's low health. I haven't played versus a shy guy yet. I played before he was even out. Just re-downloaded the game tonight. I'm probably be playing it more. It's fun to stream too. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun, especially with such a community.
Luke is legit like 5 seconds.
Oh, wow. There it is. Good, you? I'm doing fine. I'm just doing a small weekday stream. You're here. Welcome. Hello. Hello, Nathan. I'm going to guess you're Nathan. Bye. Oh, you gotta go? Oh, oh no. This is not going to end well. I think they're both targets. Yeah. Yes.
Just a little. We gotta finish him off.
Why would you suicide on us?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. If I had a grenade, I would throw it. Okay, I'm a cadet with a lieutenant card. Makes sense. Yep. I thought so. Anyways, yeah, this is much different from what my normal streams are. BRB, alright. Normally I stream on, what's it called, Fridays and Saturdays, and on those days I usually have up to 2 to 3 hour streams and a face cam, well, more webcam, because, reasons. I wear a mask, basically. I wear a plague doctor mask. And, oh my gosh. No worries, I just wanted to host someone that was also playing the same game. I like to pass it on in a sense. Yeah, I do that as well. I mean, I haven't figured... I just started these tiny streams today, which are basically lesser quality streams to my normal weekend streams on Fridays and Saturdays, but I think it's been going pretty well. D-boys! Sorry, I just had to make the quick D-class call. The D-boy revolution!
Yeah.
Yeah, the D-boy revolution.
Oh boy.
Yee.
Set it to 1-1 if you have a janitor card. It'll upgrade it faster.
I've now got the power of a zone manager. Go. I am not waiting for you now. Welcome to the game where cooperation is key, but nobody cares. That's great. It's good to get in rhythm with stream. Yeah, over summer break, what's it called? Over summer break, I did lots of 2 to 3 hour streams every day. But because of school, I can't. Friendly reminder that D-boys have no rights. I wonder what my quarter will get me. Boys, it's going on to very fine. If you still have a quarter, put it in the machine. Hey.
Hello, scientist.
You have returned. Welcome back. But yeah, hello, how are you, friends? I want to upgrade my quarter. Let me do it. Screw you, I'm leaving. Little do they know, I have an 05! I don't know where I'm going. Don't tell anybody. But I've infiltrated. Alright. Grenade, grenade, grenade. Grab a tablet. Oh, what's that? Oh, thank you for the follow, Nathan. I hope this Discord server's going well. As well, noise, yes. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this site. Barrel extension, suppressor, other attachments, flashlight, laser, perfect. I was going to say something, but now I can't remember. Probably wasn't important. I like the attachment things. Yeah, they're very useful. Didn't have that before? Oh, so you're... Oh, hey!
Oh, hey.
Hey, I've got an 05. Want to go blow this place to smithereens?
Yeah.
I mean, if
let's see. Didn't have that before? Oh, so you're like super OG. Something more OG than even, other people I've seen. Because, well, this game came back in like 2017. 2017. I didn't start playing until this past February, so I've gone from not knowing this game knowing this game. No! I'm just trying to blow this place up. Let me do my job.
I know. It's kind of my job to eat your ass, so could you please run? That's a wall.
Yeah, I can tell. Sorry. I'm kind of disorientated because I'm running backwards just to keep an eye on... Fudge! I played it in 2018, early 2018. Yeah, exactly. I hate Tesla gates. You know, No matter how good you are at no matter how much you've played this game, there's one thing that will always, what's it called? Rip, yeah. There's one thing that will always stop your heart for 10 seconds. And that is the Tesla gate. No matter how much you play this game, no matter how much you get used to these things, the Tesla gate is the killer of killers. Literally. I mean, think about it. If we just install Tesla gates at every entrance in the world, in every building in the world, just think about everything. I'll watch that link later, JC. Those as a message you will read and until you notice you're reading it. So what? It would have been awesome if you were able to go through it perfectly and then they got zapped instead. Oh, imagine that. Fudge! I need a rocket launcher. Dude, my data is trash. It's loading every 5 seconds. Oh, rip. I'm going okay. Just know if I do all of a sudden stop, if my stream just shuts down, it's probably because my internet decided to quit on my computer again. Just to let you all know, I don't follow orders, so screw you all.
As you know, I'm going to shoot the glass.
I don't follow orders, so... Fudge! I just want my, 05. Where is it? Dang it, not that Tesla gate. I think I saw that, maybe? Who knows? Oh, my body. No! No! You gotta go for the night? Alright, see ya, man. Thank you for the raid, thank you for the follow, and, I hope you join back for, some of my other streams, which happen between, 10 and 12 p.m. Eastern. 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern, that's it. Ben, you needed to see the link. It's a a link you can totally show on stream, no problem. Yeah. Oh. Oh, shoot. I don't know what I'm doing.
Should I? Wait, guys, let's go kill the Larry.
I don't know.
What the hell is doing?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, but seriously, it means quite a bit. Alright, well... In fact, because of your host, Ray, I'm just going to call it Bull. I'm gonna go to my internet's being trashed. See you later, Crook. Alright, see ya. Screw off, I don't care. I am not sick. Screw off.
There you go.
Oh, come on! Hey, how are you doing, friend? You doing good? Are you doing good? I'm asking a question. Come on, man, I'm just trying to ask a question. Can you please answer? Oh.
yeah, just don't know they have the micro.
You got juked. Who got juked? The zombie?
The person with the micro died.
Now we all get to die in here. That's the best part. Everybody gets to die in here. I'm happy about it.
Alright, sup, Ben? Oh, hey, wait, anonymous Twitchy table. Anonymous! Is that you? Anon! Is it you?
Black Doctor, you forgot someone.
Yep. Oh, it is you. What should we do about the server? And the Rapal. Yeah. Not gonna mention much about that on stream. Anyway, so
Just don't look at it, it won't bother you.
I know, but they still shoot sometimes.
Yep, sweet.
Just don't look at
Destroy
me
it
when I
with
won't bother.
memes.
Come on, man.
You don't look at me, leaves you
Nom.
alone. Got it?
Okay, sure. Oh, I could have gotten my rocket launcher. Screw.
I mean, that's towards zombies.
But we want very fine if we want to turn ourselves into something else.
I'm going in on rough. Screw. I don't care. My Discord is being screwy. So what's been going on? You know what? Honestly, people need to know. Rapal. You remember Rapal, right? Oh, what's that? Something just happened. Oh, the random Roblox set 117. Thank you for the follow. Sweet, I'm dead.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
So let's see, Rapal. Yeah, you do remember him? He is a master of manipulation. I mean, if this was like a D&D or something, it's like charisma or something, it would be at 100. Because he's pretended to be friendly and everything. You know, he's done not too much bad. But he's apparently really hated me, and good lord, cut to the chase. Sorry, what happened? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to quickly tell the story. What? Wow, you actually guessed what happened. Something blew up. So, I own the server, Noobs Play Minecraft. It's a Minecraft Bedrock server. He was on it, and he's allowed on it. And apparently, he hates me. He hated me. He hates me. He still hates me. So, what he did was he decided to blow up almost everything in the what's it called? In the server. Lots of work was destroyed, and so, of course, he got banned, but then he started spamming 4... Paul destroyed a couple of Discord servers. Yeah, 4 Discord servers. So you've got my Discord server, then you've got the Discord's Got Talent Discord server, which I'll mention what that is later. The Discord's Got Talent Audition server, and there was one more. Oh yeah, the Noobs Play Minecraft Discord server. He spammed all 4 repeatedly, adding everyone to F themselves and stuff. It gets worse. He starts going after members of the Discord servers. To think the almost last thing he asked me was for upgrading to upgrade to co-owner. Good God, yeah. He then goes and destroys goes after members of the Discord servers, asking them to get me to ban him from the servers. I did do it eventually, and that situation should be over now. Thanos snap. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, the boss. Anyway, so I did message you, Anonymous, on Discord, saying that your decision, you can, I want you to make the decision what you want to do with, Rapal, because after that story. Hello, how are you? Alright, but yeah. Oh, he's still in the server. He's not in any of our Discords, any of the Discord servers. Like, he's in none of the servers I'm in, so that's good. But I think he can still get into the, Lord, it's a nut. It's the nut. Yes, it's the nut. I'm just gonna run. Dang peanut. I know, right? Hey, there's a nut. Just wanted to let you know.
Hello, Twitch TV.
Hello. It's No Nut November. That's right, I must run. Oh, but I do like peanut butter. Boys, there is a peanut. Be careful. Please don't shoot. I gave them. The very crunchy peanut, yeah. Okay, there's a computer. There's a doggo. There's a nut. There's a Larry. And there's a doctor. There's always a doctor. Oh boy, but anyways, off of the subject of Incident R, peanut butter potato chips. You are a madman. But no, sometimes I do put like Pringles chips in my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just because crunch. Anyway, so off the topic of Incident R, as I'm going to call it, it is so good. Yes, I know. What a legend. Yep. Let's see. What was I going to say? Okay, you know, maybe I should really stream more on the weekdays because I'm currently sitting at an average of 5 viewers. Like, tip Incident R story, yep. I rarely get an average of 5 viewers. I mean, maximum I usually get is 4. For max viewers, not even average. Average usually 1. Oh yeah, that's something I was going to mention. I was DGT, Discord's Got Talent.
I was betrayed.
If you've never watched the Discord's Got Talent thing on, like, I believe it was Quackity who did it on YouTube. He has 3 videos of it, ranging from season 1 to season 3. I basically got, a few friends and I got the idea of DGT from him. So, what we decided to do was make our own Discord's Got Talent, which actually tries to be like a talent show, like America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent. And so I'm supposed to advertise this because we need more members. We are currently very low on people who have joined the competition. I mean, I think we've got like 4 people. I see, yeah. We need more members if we really want to do this, and I feel like people are starting to just think that this was a bad idea. But if any of you want to join, the Discord is in the cards below. In fact, if I quickly go over to my stream.
Wait, repeat.
I see, you do see. Good. Alright, so
Repeat it again.
yeah, there's the events thing. Buddy, I have no talent in total, don't worry, neither do I. The thing is, I'm used to using a 2013 Mac and my quality is bad, but I can try. You have any talent, doesn't matter how good your mic quality is or whatever, as long as you have talent, you can probably get in. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've got 90% just, people who can sing.
I can just get a suspicious one right here.
Yeah. Ooh, wait a second. One of those doesn't work anymore.
But zombies suck, and we were gonna become a zombie.
Alright, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see which of those Discords is the official Discord. Alright. Okay, I need to change it, sorry. Copy link, edit panels. Don't worry, alright, there. Sweet, we're good. Alright. I play trombone, so I can do that. Okay, that's some good talent. You want to know how lucky I am? I am in TF2, and I've done about 50 MVM tours. I can't get the one part I need. Ouch. Nope. I really don't do TF2 much. Honestly, because I just like screwing around with it more than anything. Oh. It's the most common part too. Oh, that's bad.
That was weird.
Yeah, that's really unlucky. But there's definitely people who are unluckier, sadly.
Yeah. The dog thing.
Anyways, there's a spy around here. There's a spy zapping my sentry. They can only be revealed once they shoot one of us. So they have to be the one that make the first move. Okay, whoever throws a grenade in this is we're all dead. Oh. I felt like one of them was the person.
A really suspicious thing to say.
Of course. I would have gone in and thrown in a grenade. If I was it, because kamikazing sounds like so much fun. Oh boy, that doesn't look good. Maggots! Yeah.
What's the name of this SCP thing? 527 572 or something?
The computer is 079. Then we've also got, I believe, 173 nut.
No, I mean this blackout thing. I know the basic SCPs.
Alright. Oh, the black thing? Yeah, it's like 573 or something. Predatory darkness, if I remember correctly. Hello. Oh, hello.
There's a zombie. Hi, zombie.
Ouch! 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 That hurts! But the power's back on! What the heck is happening? It's 106.
Run!
Help! Oh no! No! Dark T-Pose Monsters is Uncle Larry. Not anymore. Not anymore. He doesn't T-Pose anymore. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? I advertised DGT and did an epic fall glitch. No fall damage glitch. Yeah, it's a glitch. So I think you can do it against any wall. But basically, you jump from or no, you have to do. You can do it here or outside. So you jump down this and you land on this part while staying against that thing, the pillar. You won't die from fall damage. Yeah, now what they don't know is I survived. What I don't know is where they are. I also want my rocket launcher. There's another glitch. Oh, really? What other glitch is that? Are you talking about the no death until you move glitch? Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know that glitch. I've done all the glitches available you can do in this game because, well, glitches. So, yeah. How am I still at 6 viewers? I am in confusion. You know a glitch? Oh, really? What might that be? You know a gitch. Wait, that's not a glitch. That's a gitch. Oh, jeez! Oh, jeez! Oh, jeez! Okay! No, thank you! It's where you stay still in your... I don't think that's a glitch, just more of a feature. Oh my gosh. Dog needs out. That wasn't dog. That wasn't dog. That was the nut. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Hi.
Still alive?
Yeah, I did a glitch. They thought I all died. You ordered for getting good luck. So how was your day?
Oh, you know, I became the guardian. I quit.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Peanut is currently stuck in 096's chamber.
Who's chamber?
173 is stuck in 096's chamber.
Do you think we have the chance to get an 05?
No, all the cards seem to be disappearing when I go near them, and I'm pretty sure light containment is now in decontamination process. So, I'm surprised if yeah.
So what you're saying is, there's 4 SCP subjects.
Yes, I've come in contact with every single one.
So who's left? Peanut?
So yeah, you've got the nut, you've got the doctor, you've got the computer, and then you've got a doggo.
So yeah, no, we still have a shit ton of things to do.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go do something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go do something with my life.
A lot of things to do then.
Oh, I know what's happening. Ouch. I should have expected that. I should have really expected. Anyways. Are you serious? No! He released the nut!
Of course. They all ran out and locked me in there.
I'm black.
Great. I'm just hoping the nut accidentally gets into a Teslacate and just dies. That would be funny. So yeah.
Attention, all personnel. I set the elevator up. I completely killed half of my team. I'm sorry.
That doesn't sound right. Oh, Lix was the traitor. You know, if I was him, I would have thrown a grenade into the elevator. Because, honestly, a grenade in an elevator full of MTF enemies, we all know what exactly is going to probably happen. Oh, welp.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock, nope.
That was amazing.
Yep, just go back down, don't mind. Oof, so, yeah,
Yay. Safety.
anything new? New. These tiny streams are new. These tiny streams are new. What else? Is there anything else new? Oh yeah, I'm helping somebody, a friend's friend with building a Discord server. That's about it.
That's one.
What is it?
A zombie.
So yeah. Okay, it's a 3v like 20, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's a 3v7. Great.
I don't know that it's none.
I'd rather kill myself than be killed by them.
I just want my rocket launcher. I see you verify. Yeah, you've got 3 MTF with super low health compared to literally every other enemy that they're up against, with the minimum being 400. Yep, seems fair.
Comms are open.
I mean, the 3 of them, the 3 of them with their health combined is not even equal to that of the lowest SCP health. Totally seems fair now, doesn't it? Oh, boy! Why I need a rocket launcher? I want a rocket launcher. Yep, seems even more fair. Yep. Yep, now you've got like a bunch of different you've got 4 different chaos coming to kill them. Kill you. Yep, seems fair. Seems legit. They're all here, aren't they? Oh, they're not. Go get 'em, boys! I heard a gate over here, I think. I don't know where I'm going either, so... I need water. But I don't care. I bet they're locked. They are locked in intercom. Yeah, probably. That doesn't go anywhere. They're locked up in intercom. Yeah. Although the stairs lead down from the main area, so wouldn't it be they're locked down in intercom? Makes you think. I got that. I threw a grenade. Woo! Smart Alec. Thank you, thank you.
That makes no sense. Everybody, that's why. That makes no sense of that.
Oh yeah, that's something else I'm supposed to advertise on my own behalf. I'm okay. Called. Yep. Well, they weren't locked in it because the door was actually open. Anyway, so something else I need to advertise. I need help. My voice puts people to sleep when I'm not doing stuff like this. I need somebody to basically be the narrator for my SCP-SL Beginner's Guide. Want more details on how to do that? Join the Discord. You can join the Discord with the giant Discord button in the cards, and in the advertisement section of the Discord. Oh no. Okay, never mind. So basically, in the advertisement section of that Discord is a sign-up form for it. Seems legit. Yep. It basically, if you decide to do this, you will voice a 15-page. Wait, can I be the narrator of the SCP-SL guide? You can sign up for it. The sign-ups thing is in my Discord server, which you are, and I will remember you. I've got to remember, you're still quarter collector. Good job, JC. Anyways, so yeah, 15 pages, mate. Yeah, let's see. If I were to get rid of all the spaces in it, it would actually go from 15 pages to just around 7.5, because I can do it. I read it and realize that I can't narrate anything without putting someone to sleep. Yeah, same with me. Hello. That's why I'm asking somebody else for help. I mean, I asked... Somebody once signed up for it. Their name is Crinkly, but I never got the recordings, and I haven't heard from Crinkly in like a month, 2 months now, so... I don't know what happened to them. So, what doors can 096 not break down? Oh, Ice Sleeper, you're going? Alright, see ya, Ice Sleeper. You have a good night. You need gameplay in the background. What do you mean I need gameplay in the background? I got gameplay in the back. Oh, wait, are you talking about the guide? Yeah, I'm going to do that. First, I need the recordings, though. I know he can't break the grinder door. Yeah, any of the large containment doors, as I call them. Good, yes. Any of the large containment doors he cannot break. Nuke surface he cannot break. What SCP? Lol. Mm-hmm. That's about all I know. No, please don't. I'm just trying to be a D-boy. Can I? Wait, let me be tested. Let me be tested. Dang it. I bet it's Blazy372. Oh, hello, friend. How are you? I'm probably about to turn into, freaking... Yep. I'm a Oh, I've been tested on. I feel amazing.
Where did one go?
Alright. Ugly SCP Tato.
Ignore these.
Nah, Peanut's cute. It's the nuts. You can't say no to the nut.
Guys.
No matter how many times it tries to kill you.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, listen here, you little shit.
But yeah. But it's No Nut November. Dang, it's right. I keep forgetting that. Oh, I found friends! Friends! Friends have a gun!
If it's chaos, that means we're not friends.
I got hit with a
Hey,
trank.
friends, shooting people is no good.
Ah!
Peanut, they're all yours.
Thanks for turning me.
I need health. Give me health.
We're friends. Stop.
Is anything else over here? Oh, that's already. Hey, D-boy.
There's D-class. Get them.
That's trank gun.
Yay, friend.
Sup?
Don't get hit again, doggo.
Hey,
buddy, my
Doggo,
friend, my
let me
pal.
kill the D-class. Go, go.
Hey, we're getting another friend. The tiny stream is more like an actual stream, which is funny.
Guys, can you let me in?
Well, I didn't plan on it to be 2 hours long.
What?
Plus, so basically, say no. Say no. Okay, no. There, you happy?
No, they can't. I'm not that close.
Anyway, so, oh, God.
Oh, now they know it's the. Oh, guys, you.
He's running for it.
You messed up.
Guard the door.
We got one trying to escape. We got one trying to escape.
Hi, it's Blazy372, but now I'm on YouTube. Ah, well then. Well, it's good to know that YouTube's working. Say no to Peanut. I can't say no to Peanut. I can't see Peanut.
I'm a zombie.
Okay.
I'm a zombie.
Okay.
I
Throw me a
hate
bum.
zombies.
Throw me
I
a bum.
hate zombies.
Throw me a bum. There's no one else following us. I don't believe. So, throw me a bum.
Hey. Okay. Okay, you walk off so they think we left. Walk off, walk off. Walk off, walk off.
Is that good enough? They should. I think they should think I left by now. Can you change to Roblox after this round, or are you gonna hop off after this round? Well, I'm getting close to having to go to bed for school tomorrow, so.
I was coming over to 2 zombies.
Probably gonna have to get off after this round. Plus, don't forget, you do have chance to see me stream tomorrow, Thursday, and there's a 100% chance of me streaming Friday and Saturday. Chance of Sunday.
Yes, we do. We have another Larry.
We have like every.
I was kidding.
Hello.
I was pranking you, Chris, in all honesty, but that sucks ass for you, gamer.
I just want to earn my health back.
I'm gonna be confused.
Yeah, I was planning on actually playing Roblox Rise of Nations today, but so any of you guys drink tea? Nah, I drink coffee because I need something to drink. I also drink water, lots of it. My water bottle needs more water. I'll get that later. Back. Oh, welcome back, Anon.
Where's the armory?
Hey. Hey, I found a Chaos Boy coming out.
Hello, Chaos. Come help us. There's someone in an armory.
It's cold. What do you mean it's cold? You remember Crafty Loyal?
Chaos,
Maybe.
there's someone in the armory that we want to kill.
It's kind of hard to keep what's it called? Keep memory of everything outside of, yes, of course.
Everybody back up. Back up. Everyone back up. What the fuck?
Do not.
I just needed the. Tell him I just needed the health. Tell him, doggo. Please, please, tell him I just needed the health.
Just go open it. Just go open it.
He said he just wanted the help. He said that's
Of him.
He stole my health.
Armor's not opening because of this.
Eh. Hey.
Chinky, but
They need to end him. Good. Anyways, I see a heretic then. This is Hersey, what? My brother. Oh, that's your brother. All right. Imagine if the zombies had their arms move like a Hellion the next April Fools. Well, you can do that. All you have to do is spin. Yeah. All right. Mega Patch 2. What do you all think of Mega Patch 2? So, next update. Hell Zombs, yeah. Spin Fast Zombie. What the heck? Okay. Well then. Mega Pass Jokes, yes, what do you think of it? Yes. I think it's going to be great. I love it so far, what I've seen, at least. Let's see, what else?
It's just SCP now. There's no chaos.
Stock command.
I think it's more balanced, yeah. I mean, let's see, there's the bouncy ball that slowly gets quicker. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, I can't wait for it to get out of Patreon testing. I love the new... I mean, as many people are probably going to... And SCP-500, yes. Yes. Many people are probably going to hate the fact that you have to... don't forget your pills, yes. Most people are going to be unhappy with the new health not insta-healing. And you have to wait a moment as you open the package and everything. But honestly, that is... Yeah, no medic spam. That's going to be really nice. And then SCP-500 heals everything in a quick amount of time. That is going to be nice. New lockers. Now this is the one thing I'm more skeptical about. Because I survived enough by frame timing a medkit. Yeah.
Murder some people.
D.
Smiles.
Boy.
Wasn't smiles.
True. The new lockers I'm not a big fan of because of the fact that, well, okay, no. I'm a fan of them. And they're really cool looking. And I love that you now have to have a card to access them. You are D-class, leave the place. Yes, I will. I need a card first. Anyway, so... Okay, I wasn't already a janitor. Hey, who wants to get in? You do? You do? Okay, come on in. Are D-boys bad? Let's see. D-class are either personnel that have done something in the facility that has gotten them very well demoted.
I like girls.
Yeah, congrats. Your upgrade to janitor is complete. D-boys are called disposable boys. That's why they escape. Oh, hello there, friend. Oh.
Oh god.
No.
Yeah.
I like girls.
Cool. Don't you have to not trust me, okay? I don't know what that means, but okay. Dang it!
I like girls.
What are you, papyrus? Finally.
Like girls.
Okay.
Okay.
I just heard that door open. I don't like it. I don't like the sound of that.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. The D-class.
Have someone be on button duty. No, nobody wants to do that. Nobody likes button duty.
One more upgrade.
Yep.
In case of nut, stop trying.
Oh, he's here.
I like nuts.
He's gonna snap our necks.
Uh-oh.
I like nuts.
Yep, he's right there.
Hello. Okay, good job, boys. Let's get out of here. We did it, boys. Mission accomplished. Even if it's almond.
No.
Weapons. Okay, let's kill the nut now. Aww. Almonds suck, yeah. I'm not a big fan of almonds. Anyways, what else? Let's see. Yeah, the bouncy ball. That's right. Too soon. That was clean. Yeah, now Peanut. Yeah. Wait, where's Peanut? I did skim over.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, there's a no. Wait a second. Don't tell me. There's 939. Where'd the nut go? Don't tell me the nut left. They tell the trust. What? Alright, anyways. I can't wait for that bouncy ball. Just being a scientist, grabbing it, and then going into 914. You start to, you throw it in 914 with all the D-class. You then close the door and hear the screams of the dead. How PA is stored in the nut.
Our Discord, the Focus Playground Discord, which all should join, by the way.
I used old jokes. Yes, what? Oh no, they have PC. Yeah, but I think Nut disconnected because as I'm looking through this list, there is no Nut. We did it, boys! We did it!
Very rude.
Say, do you think they can do SCP? Oh, are you talking about the Infinite IKEA, bro? Bro. Hello. He was shamed. Yeah. The Infinite IKEA. No, I don't think that would be a good idea for this game because, well, specifically for this game, it's not a good idea. So. No, not here. It's an IKEA, yes. It's an infinite IKEA. Wait a second, is that a medic? Sweet. Just watch. Hello, friends! There's a game for Infinite IKEA. Yeah, I know. There's a Roblox game for Infinite IKEA. Yeah, boy! Yeah, I'd play it. And just because I'm a jerk. I'm collecting all the ammo. Don't question it. Alright, I'm loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! Nope. Okay, I'm safe. I should be safe. The Roblox version is much harder than the actual version. Hold on, I'm back. Alright. Welcome back then, friend. I did the glitch again because there were zombies everywhere. And I do not like it when the power goes out. Yay! Anyways, Sir, what? Stop trying to use your godlets to say no. I was gifted god legs for a reason. I will use them. They are helicopters. Yeah. They're everything, but nothing. They will fly to you. Oh no. Alright, it's going to turn off one more time after now. And you will die from the arm blades. Yes, I know. Oh, it's not going back off. Okay, gotta go quick. Go. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like it.
Please?
Nothing. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. I'm a lieutenant. Dang it. I need la command card. Anyways, yeah. What was I saying? I usually lose my train of thought very quickly. I don't like this. This is a very thin passage. SCPs are not dangerous. Okay, we're good. Hey, I got godlet, screw you! Easy for a nut to pass. I bet they could do it. What? Fudge! Just in case. Oh, frick. Yeah, nuke. However, I know my way. And I've got tons of ammo, so. Surface is actually going to be a... I don't care about you. Okay, he doesn't care about me either to go. That's good. Get to the nuke group. No, I'm going to the surface. It's a much better battleground for me. Oh yeah, shoot. It's right ahead. There it is. No, never mind. Hold on. No, bad boy, nuke room. No. Surface. 40 seconds remaining. Oh no. Don't rush me like that. Game. North Korea came to nuke it. No more reasons. Raisins. None for you? Huh. Well, I don't like raisins. Ouch! My eyes! I can't see! Ouch! That hurts, friend. Medic! Does anybody have a med kit? I've been bitten. I need a med kit. Anybody? Does anybody have a med kit? I need one. I've been bitten. Somebody, please. I need a med kit. I'm going to turn into a zombie if I don't get a med kit.
I don't have any medkits. What if I did it again?
Somebody, please. I need a med kit.
Who is it who needs medkit? Where are you?
I'm by gate B. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, it's one. It's one. Big oof, Ben. Let's go, Ben. Let's go. Wait. Okay. Then all of them. The Flash. Your only food.
Oh my god.
Third parties. Let's go, Ben. Let's go. Big oof, Ben. Turn into your helicopter form. This chaos. No, this D-class killed me. I cannot turn into my helicopter form no more.
Dang it!
Yeah! Alright, how long did that take? 13 minutes. We can fit in one more game. By that means. Meow, meow. Meow. The Peanut Army. That's why we kill all T-boys, yes. I didn't know he was still alive. I should have killed him. But I don't know if I ever saw him. Meow. Oh yeah, tell me. How good is this impression? Okay, hopefully you've all seen this this YouTube channel. Let's see how well you can tell what this is. Hello. How are you today? Hello. Oh, you're hosting me? Well, thank you, friend. It hasn't shown up for whatever reason. But yes, thank you for the host. Anyways, can you guess where this is from?
Then you would just die.
And can you guess what I am? Hello. Sounds like Stampy Longhead. I don't know if he does the voices to those things. But I mean, I guess that's a compliment. I mean, I've seen Stampy live on what's it called? Minecon 2016. What? It is me, your Nigerian prince uncle. Give me your... No. Are you in New Zealand? No, I'm not. I live... somewhere. Anyways,
The light containment zone decontamination process will occur in T-minus...
Hello, can you guess? Can you guess what I am? Talk like you're Russian. I don't know how. But can you guess what I am currently am? I will wire Africa to you for $10 and your house. What? Anyways,
Not sure what the others will do. I'm gonna sit in this room until I feel like exiting to my death. So, bye.
But yes, would you? Do you know? You don't know? Oh. I don't know if you've seen the YouTube channel before. But yes. Hello, I am villager number 52. Would you like to trade? I've got lots of emeralds. Screw it! Ah, don't screw it! Somebody screwed it! Hello, would you like to trade? Villager, yes, there you go. I am a villager. Oh, don't screw the pasty boy. You littered this. Ah, you littered. This is Minecraft. What? Oh, are you talking about? He should be sentenced back to the pit. The pit of death.
Like, I can't understand.
I mean, there were 4 villagers missing from the pit of death. We are many diamonds.
You take that card.
Oh, I do. I don't think I've heard that song yet, sadly. But I have heard the OG songs, like Diggy Diggy Hole.
Why?
Diggy Diggy Hole is a great
Why
song.
like that?
Anybody who hates on it is clearly a horrible person.
We have a third. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I mean, I haven't
Sorry,
listened to
boys, I'm
many of
fucking
the
all alone.
new songs. Yeah,
peace and
he an OG Minecraft. Yeah, I think I started playing back in 2012. My neighbor introduced it to me. He was playing it on his computer. And so then I got Pocket Edition. This might have even been 2011 because I remember playing Pocket Edition for over a year. Mortal?
SCP.
Give me that IP address. No. And then, let's see.
Listen, computer.
I played it on the iPod. Alrighty then.
Well, that makes
Good
my
job. But yeah, let's see. I first played it back in probably 2011 on Pocket Edition, but then back in 2013.
Oh, he just betrayed
Either
you, bro.
2013 or 20. I can't remember. No, it was 2013.
Oh, you think he can hide in this corner?
It
What are
was
you doing?
definitely 2013. Back in 2013, I played it. I got Java Edition and played it. So, yeah. And now, for whatever reason, Java Edition of Minecraft doesn't want to work. And I was hoping to upload some epic photos to a Discord server I'm helping build. Alright, let's go do stuff. What if SCP-079 was an... would explain its inability to do literally barely anything. Ba-da-ba!
So there's 2 dogs, a shy guy. Doesn't think there's a peanut butter. There's probably Larry.
There's a computer, I think.
There is. So there's 4. Maybe now.
Yeah, but... Alright, let's see. Oh, picture. I'll look at that later as well.
Computer, I'm a chaos. I'm in the room. I want to talk to you for a second, if you don't mind.
Alright, we'll drop. Anonymous, don't threaten God streamer. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my God legs. I've decided I'm going to go use my God legs. Boys, I am using my God legs. Goodbye. Haha! I've survived! No, yeah, hold on. I'll be back in a moment. Gotta turn something off that I always forget. Much better. He did it. What a legend. I have God legs. Arslan Mathlets. Yep. Oh, excuse me for a moment. All right. Come witness the power of the God leg. Ah, God legs, go! Hi, God legs, go!
Why would you even go
That's a mean.
Stop. That is
Go, Gadget, Godlike. Wait, is Dr. Bright a mad lad? I mean, if you look at his profile, he is a mad scientist. At least that's what it says. Okay, you know what? To chatting now. As I end this stream off. Alright. Let's see. First things first. There was a YouTube video that JC wanted me to watch earlier. Clicking on it. No! I can't pause it! Dang it, JC! Alright. First picture. Toby Fox making Asriel be like, Toby, so imagine a goat. Okay. Make him really cute. Yep. He's really kind and lovey. Nice. Now kill him. Wait, no. Well then. Alright, view. Amazing. Dr. Bright is immortal, technically. Yes, oh, it's the same image again. Alright, well. If you have any links you want to send through to me, as long as they're appropriate. Technically, you do have point. Yeah. He did invade the chainsaw cannon. Oh, I remember that. The 287 things Dr. Bright is not allowed to do at the Foundation. He's not allowed to. The answer, you cannot answer things with more chainsaws. The answer is not chainsaws. It is not more chainsaws either. It is not chainsaw cannons either. Yes, that one time was awesome, but it's hilarious. Anyways, I did switch, right? Yes, I did. Good. I closed my tabs. What? He's not allowed to start an SCP file. Yeah, I'm still reading through all of them. I'm like, again. Yeah, exactly, again. It's the key word. The key word here is again. I mean, let's see. There was... I'm trying to think. I think I'm on, like, number 160 something. Or tell people to look at Pasty Man. Yeah. He is not allowed to tell people to have, what's it called? Dr. Bright is the maddest lattice. Yes. You are not allowed to, tell... I'm on this SCP. Oh, geez, you're reading the entire SCP wiki? Wow, I'm not getting to that just yet. I want to first focus on finishing my SCP-SL Beginner's Guide. Speaking of which... Correct. Yeah, okay, I'm going to see if anybody at all has signed up for voice acting to be the narrator. Nope, alright. Looks like I might just have to do this myself. Preview. Give us a preview of the SCP-SL guide. There is no preview because I don't have anybody to voice it. Sure, I would give you a preview, but if I had somebody, you'll do it if you're in the Discord in my BGF Discord. Give me a voice modifier. I love how it says whore, but it's mainly freaking hilarious. Yeah, if you go to my Discord server, the Ben2445 Fun Gaming Fans Discord server, and go to the advertisement section, there is an advertisement asking this thing. So, man, I wish I had a voice modifier. Same, but the good ones cost a bit of money. Well, maybe I should, while I talk with all of you, I'm gonna look for somebody to raid, cause yeah. Alright. Let's see, is this person a good thing? Okay, let's see. Oof. Yeah, alright, let's see. As we wait for, as more people message and stuff, I'm going to look for somebody to raid when I go offline. No. This doesn't look like SCP, yeah. I think this person is playing the wrong game. Jeez. Yeah, anyways, let's see. Dr. Bright is not allowed to play peekaboo with SCP-173. No, it wasn't he's not allowed to play peekaboo with SCP-173. It's that he's not allowed to tell junior staff to play peekaboo with SCP-173. He's also not allowed to defeat SCP-1... what's it called? Defeat SCP-682 with the power of love or any of that stupid stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I mean he's not dumb enough to do that. Oh yeah, did you know that he has a TikTok account? The Dr. Bright has a TikTok account. Anyways, you know what? I'm heading to pixels.space because it's a fun website. And I'm going to see how far along, how much my thing is. Dang it, the GDI is taking it! No! Get out of here, GDI! This is my pixel art! You're not allowed to just come in here and steal it. Yeah, I forgot. You know what? We'll raid this person later. Then I can't upload the voice thing. What do you mean you can't upload the voice thing? Let me check that. Drive. SCP-LSL voice actor. I opened up to the recording. You can't upload the recording. Let me try doing it myself. Preview. Maybe I have to change some things around. Add file. Select a file from my device. Yes, please. Where do all my audio recordings go? Because, let's see, I have currently, it looks to be over 50 different SCP-SL voice recordings. Let me see. I'm uploading... .m4a is not supported. Alright, great. Recording.mp4 is not supported. Is it... MP4, that's the problem. It has to be audio, so, like, MP3. Bye, good night. I'm gonna watch some more SCP Lab. Alright, well, if you stick around a little longer, we're going to go raid somebody after just a short chat and everything. And also, good night, random Roblox. You have a good rest of your night. It has to be, audio file, so, MP3 or something. Which is kind of annoying, but kind of makes sense as well. Alright, let's see, what else? I don't know. Honestly, SCP-SL is quite an underrated game. It needs to, It needs to become much more popular than it currently is, but let's see. 5 minutes till I've got to go. You know what? I'm going to end it off here. I hope you all enjoyed. Anonymous, if you have any more problems with the recording, then just message me. But we'll go raid this Feldma person. Yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the stream, and, well, I'll see you next time I stream, which might be tomorrow. So, goodbye.